people are attracted to the idea of things. They're not actually attracted to the thing itself. So when it comes to being real, yeah, people love the idea of real.
Yeah, man. I'm see greatness, I'm see impact where you have enough for them youths, yeah. You'll help them to wise up, you see me? Just go and do your thing, fam, no matter when nobody's said. You understand? Yeah, man.
You know it's the Ron Talks channel. Hey, yo, Ron. You know it's the fan question catalog. We're at episode 6. You know what I mean? Feel free to watch the previous episode in the fan question catalog. It's about the telltale signs of when to end a relationship. Link is in the description box. It should come up right here as it relates to the screenshot of the episode. And feel free to check out the previous episodes in the fan question catalog. The playlist link is in the description box. You see a screenshot here as well as it relates to it. So yeah, feel free to check out the previous episodes if you haven't already. It will be greatly appreciated. Run the views up, because the more the views are up is the more the YouTube algorithm pushes the videos to go to other people, and the videos need to reach a lot of people. You know what I mean? Because this information can be vital to somebody. Hey, you never know. You know what I mean? So let's get to it. So the topic for fan question episode 6 is how can I blaze my own path? Alright? So I cut this up in a few reasons and then I'm going to expound on it a bit. Alright? So number 1, I think anybody in the business world who has a business mind should not be surprised by this. Number 1 is to have a steady source of income. Now, it doesn't really matter the field you're in. I'm not going to specify the field that you are in, because you can work at any field watching this video. Make sure it's the highest paying job. So for example, if you're a doctor, work in the call center, it doesn't really matter what the sector is. Make sure it's a high paying job. And in order to know that it's a high paying job, you can ask people around. You can do your research. You can do multiple interviews and compare the pays in which they tell you. Things of that nature. You know what I mean? So make sure it's a high paying job. And in this high paying job, when you do get it, I would say to stay between, if you really want to get your shit together and be something that when you leave the 9 to 5, when you leave that job, you no longer need a 9 to 5. I would say stay at that work. It all depends on how much you're grinding and your vision, but I would say stay at that work between 1 to 2 years. And if it's something that probably your grind is a bit slower, probably your dream is something that takes more time, I'll give it 4 years max. If it's over 4 years, you're doing something wrong. If you're at a high paying work and you're there for over 4 years, you probably like the work. You probably want to work there. You don't want to be your own boss. You like there. You know what I mean? So that's just the time frame I'm giving. And that's just my opinion. That's just number 1, okay? So number 1, get a steady source of income, preferably a high paying job. Better yet, the highest paying job in that field, okay? Number 2, save. So yeah, you're making all this money. You're making all the funds. Save the cash. When I look at when I started working at the BPO sector, if I had the mindset right now, or I always had the mindset, but if I was that determined and serious and really knew how depressing the 9 to 5 is, and just the system, and just a bit more knowledge as it relates to certain things, back then I would have had my shit together right now. I would have my own car, I would have my own place. Things would have been way better. But all things happen for a reason. You live and learn. A lot of things in my life I had to learn by my own and teach myself. So hey, you know what I mean? We as young people, we need better guidance, in my eyes. You know what I mean? I think if we had better guidance back then as it relates to certain people and such, things would have been so better. I know it would have been better for me financially. But all things happen for a reason. You know what I mean? I didn't make smart investments and such, but I would have been on a whole new level if I had certain guidance and things told to me. So overall, guys, you want to save. You know what I mean? Save that big money you're making. Don't floss it off. Don't do at the bars and the smoking and the drinking. I'm not saying nothing wrong, but you don't want to overdo it. And for the ladies, don't be doing the nails and the Brazilian hair every 5 minutes or such, or every 2 weeks or such. Like, if it's not necessary to buy, it's not necessary to buy. And if you want to know how it relates to saving, what you can do, I remember with my previous work, I had a budget book. You know, I budget myself same way, but I had a budget book. You know what I mean? I had a budget book, you know, that would help you save. So you get your pay, you can put down the figure you get. How are you going to spend the money? How is it going to be split up? All right, 20,000 gonna go to your saving, 10,000 go to your saving. What are you gonna do? All right, what's your plan? What's your vision? You know what I mean? Always put money aside with every pay that you get towards your dream. You know what I mean? Yeah. And if you really want it to be something that you're in a 9 to 5 and you really want to leave this 9 to 5, like you're tired of the system like me, you need to put a substantial amount of your pay into your savings. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hence why, going back to my first point, you need to get a high paying job. Because let's say I have bills paying, certain things doing, you know, everything can go to savings. But the fact that you get so much pay, money wise, you will have extra money what can put on when you don't pay your bills and do things, you know, depending on your responsibilities. So save. All right, save. This is going to be key into you blazing your own path. I would say this is like you know, in the earth they have the core, they have the crust and the core of the earth and all of that. You know, screenshot gonna come up with the explanation of all of that. So it's almost like the steady source of income would have been the crust, and the saving would have been the mantle. You get what I'm trying to say with the core of the earth. So it's almost in that sense. So save. This is very key into you blazing your own path. Heck, without saving, I don't think I can even light the matches to blaze it. Okay, your own path. Number 3, have a plan. So, alright, you're saving money, you have a high paying job, but what's your plan? That's why a lot of people end up waste their money, because they save, they have a high paying job, but they don't have a plan. What's your plan? Are you investing in something? Is it something that's gonna give you money? What are you doing exactly? What's your plan? Do you have an eyelash business? Do you do baking, food? Like, what's your plan? What's the business you have in mind that's going to be self-sufficient into making you multiple sources of income? Like, what's your plan? What do you plan to do? With all this money being saved, which is what I said in the previous reason, number 2, what's your plan with all this money being saved? So make sure you have a plan. You know what I mean? Yeah. Last one, execute it. So when you have a certain amount of money in your bank account, you have the plan, you already have an idea what the plan needs money-wise based on the figure. You know, when you put in that money, how much money it will make you back. All these things, execute it. You know what I mean? Execute that plan. And with the saving, and with the fact that you have a plan, and you have a high paying job, the plan being executed shouldn't be hard. And even if it's something that plan fails, you already have money saved, or you are already in a high paying job, so you can always just start the process again. And the fact that you're in a high paying job compared to probably a regular job or a small paying job, even if you should try again, I know that you might think it's hectic trying again, but even if you should go ahead and try again, it shouldn't take long for you to get back that same money, because you're in a high paying job. This is why it's very important to be in a high paying job. You know, if I could go back in time, let's say, you know, going back to my field, the BPO sector, I would have just went to the high. I would have did multiple interviews with every call center where I'm from, and pick the highest paying one and just stay there. To this day, just stay until the dream take off and I no longer need to go to that 9 to 5 slavery. That's what you guys need to know. All right. So at the end of the day, that's how you blaze your own path. You know what I mean? So going back over it, you'll get a steady source of income. So that's number 1. Number 2, you're gonna save. Number 3, you're gonna have a plan. And number 4, lastly, you're going to execute that plan. All right. So these are my 4 ways in which you would how you can blaze your own path. And guys, even though this is fan question, it's just one person in particular that asked me to do a video on this. This is a very important thing. A lot of you guys need to get your finances together. You know what I mean? A lot of you guys need to get your finances together. And you know what, to be honest, no disrespect to anybody that asks me any other question in the fan question catalog, I would say this is the most important video I've made in this playlist, in this catalog, the fan question catalog. This is the most important video I've made. And I like this topic a lot. You know what I mean? So focus on women and relationships and everything, but finances not together makes no sense. You know what I mean? So this question means a lot. You know what I mean? And shout out to the person that asked me. You know what I mean? So you know, guys, that is fan question episode 6. Guys, feel free to DM me. You're watching this video and you haven't followed the Instagram, the official Instagram page, you're lacking. That's where I put my polls. Matter of fact, that's the first place that knows when my videos are dropping. Not WhatsApp, not no other social media platform, that Instagram page. So feel free to follow that Instagram page. You know, the updated follower list will come up. And guys, road to 200 followers. All right, guys, we're pushing it up. You know, I have over 200 and add subscribers on this. Let's get 200 plus followers on Instagram as well, okay? So if you're watching this video right now, please feel free to follow me on the official Instagram page. And guys, DM me there and ask me, hey, you want what you want me to make a video on? You're watching these videos, you must have an idea. Well, I would like to hear your opinion on this or that. DM me. Go on the Instagram page, follow it, and DM me. Ask me, hey, make a video on this, make a video on that. And I will put that for the fan question catalog, alright? So this was fan question episode 6. How can I blaze my own path? Please feel free to check out the rest of the episodes in the catalog. Playlist is in the description box. You know the damn thing go. It's Ron Talks. I'm out.